Hey y'all, welcome back to Poplar Creek Farm. I know it has been a hot minute since I have posted. Look at these hibiscus. This is one plant and then this is another plant. This one's not open right now. My in-laws just got these for my daughter and they're so beautiful. We're not gonna plant them though, not here. We're gonna pot them up actually, but we're selling our house, which is crazy. But my husband and I have talked about this on and off for a couple years. For a long time it was, we'll move when the kids are graduated and we want like a tiny house with more land. My husband hunts obviously a lot. He hunts my parents' land up the road, but we kind of knew that there was a chance that they weren't going to be there forever because they commute it's too far of a commute for them, and we kind of figured that much. So we are going to sell our house. So that is what I've been doing, is getting our house ready to sell. Not that our house has like any issues or anything. It was more just like touching up paint and stuff because we bump into walls and cleaning, decluttering, all those types of normal things. We love this house. Absolutely love this house. Love this property. Love this land. Love this road. I mean, it's gorgeous. Like, that's my view across. We have no neighbors we can see. In the wintertime, we can kind of see one neighbor through the trees, but that's it. It's so quiet here. We have neighbors that help us all the time. Like, we've got a wonderful spot here. Lots of wildlife, but we only have 13.5 acres, which for what I do for homesteading is more than enough. Honestly, I don't even need all this land. I could probably be fine with like 5 acres, but with livestock and things. But with hunting, we really wanted more land. And one of the reasons we weren't going to move now was because the kids were in school and we didn't want them to have to move districts and yada yada. But we're actually going to homeschool this year. We decided we're going to try it for a year, see how they like it. If they hate it, they can go back to public school in the future, but we want to try. I really like the idea of having my kids home and teaching them one-on-one, more hands-on learning, going on adventures for learning, things like that. So we're going to try it. But our plan is to hopefully find a house in like a more small rural district. That's just kind of what we've decided we would prefer if the kids are going to go back to school, which again may never happen. They may love homeschooling. We may do that going forward, but we want a lot more land than what we have. So we're looking, but nothing that we've like 100% wanted yet. We were very set on one house and then just kind of decided it wasn't the right fit. So we're going to keep looking. We are listing our house probably next week. And if our house sells and we don't have a house, what are we going to do? Well, fortunately, we have my in-laws that we can go and stay with for as long as we need. It's not like they live in a neighborhood. It's definitely not ideal for like long-term, being able to stay there for any longer than we really need to. But we are going to stay there if we don't find something, until we find a house. And we want to make sure we're not rushing so that we, move again. But yeah, we're gonna move. We're gonna buy hopefully a little bit older home, smaller house, more land. That's kind of the idea. We don't want to buy some fancy big house with more land and have like an astronomical mortgage. So we want a little bit older home that maybe needs some little updates and things, but that has the land that we want. That's really the biggest thing, is the land. Again, we love this house. This was literally my dream home. We built this specifically to everything that I wanted, and it's perfect. But we just don't have the land that we want. And that's something we can't just like change. And it's not easy to just go buy more land. Purchasing raw land, you either have to do a land loan, which you have to have 30% down on, or you do like personal loan. And those are just not super cheap things to do. So especially with me, I won't be working. Actually, this coming week is my last week of work. And then we're going to homeschool. We can't just go out and buy another 100 acres or like 50 acres or whatever. It's not really realistic. So yeah, we are going to sell and move and do all the things. The chickens, if we don't have a place to go, I do have a friend who would house them, but honestly, I think without like putting that pressure on her and everything, I think we will probably just rehome all of our chickens, and then the bees will stay at a neighbor's or a friend's for the winter, because I assume if we don't find something soon, we're probably not going to find something till spring, which is fine. But yeah, big changes. That's why I haven't been present on here. We tore out the entire garden because we figured somebody, as much as they're probably gonna want a garden, they're probably not gonna want a 15,000 square foot garden. So we tore it out, tilled everything in, grass seeded, left an area that is fenced in for a garden, very small garden, but it's probably more of a normal sized garden. My husband's like, this is what a garden's supposed to be, not as big as you had it. So yeah. That's what's been going on. I probably have paint. I still have paint all of my nails. The purple is, or maroon is, my nail polish, but I have every other color paint that we have in our house all over me because I've been painting for days. And we've been looking at houses, and just, you know, moving is not an easy thing, especially when you have a farm and we've got a tractor and we've got a four-wheeler and we've got livestock. You know, we don't have our pigs anymore, fortunately. That's taken care of, so they're all set. But we do have the bees, we do have the chickens, have way more stuff than when we moved here. So we have a lot to move and a lot to think about. So we've been very busy, but forgive me for not being on here. I will try to post more regularly. I will try to keep you guys updated. And we'll see, how it goes, see what I can post, and hopefully the house sells quick, and hopefully we find something fairly soon that we can move into. But again, if not, we have my in-laws, and that'll be fine. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Remember, we're going today for a better tomorrow. Please like and subscribe and join me on the next one.